In this video, I'm going to show you all of the changes we've made to layouts in this big update to our layouts feature. So when you open up the layouts feature on a new video, you'll be able to set the layout for the full duration of the video. This is your base layout, how your video would look if there was only one layout throughout. I can switch to this one, and now for the full duration of the video, it uses this overlapping side-by-side layout. The next thing I want to do is I want to find moments in my video where I want to change layout for a period of time. And so if you look on the timeline, you can see there's this little hover state which is telling me to drag to add, and that's all I need to do. Click and drag, and that will add a new layout for however long I specify on the timeline. So if I just do it for this duration here and now hit play, you can see it transitions to the layout that we added there, and then it'll transition back to the base layout once it finishes there. And so I can click this on the timeline, and I can drag the handles to increase its duration, or I can move its position in the video. And so I can now just work my way through the video, clicking and dragging to add these layout transitions. If you want to change the layout that is being added, just select the layout on the timeline and then pick a different layout that works for what you're trying to convey at that point in time. So in this video, I'm doing a course, and so there's a lot of me talking, and switching to my camera is something I want to do quite often. But if you're working on a different kind of video where you just want to exaggerate the screen, or you want to completely hide your camera, then you can do that too. So if I just click and drag here, then instead of this full screen camera only shot, I could switch to screen only, or I could switch to a completely different style of a screen and camera layout. And you can see the transition happening like that. If you select a layout and then click on the adjust option, then you can choose which kind of transition you want here. So for something like this, where I'm jumping to just a shot of my camera, full screen like this, I'd prefer the hard cut transition, and you can see how that changes. Another neat thing you can do with layouts is that you can stack them together. So I've got this one here of my camera, and now I've got this new one here, but I think I'm going to change that to this one. And if I zoom in and move this layout over here, what this does is it, instead of transitioning back to the base layout, it'll transition to whatever layout we've now stacked next to it. So you can see that smoothly transitions from this one into this one, and then that'll eventually transition back into the base layout. And you can stack as many layouts as you want to create quite elaborate sequences of layouts and effects. So if I just drag this out a bit more, hit add layout while I have this one selected, that adds a layout in between. So we can switch to something like this, and you can see what kind of effect that does. If you want to adjust the timing of where these transitions between stacked layouts occur, just click on the connecting handle, and then you'll be able to adjust that point. If you want to disconnect two layouts from one another, just click on the layout and then pull it apart. And now, instead of transitioning to this, it'll just go back to your base layout. If you want to update the base layout and completely sort of change the core look of your video, just click on the spaces between the layouts that you've added, and you'll see that that gets highlighted purple. And now you can kind of wholesale update the base layout. You don't have to update these individual sections. This will change the base layout for the full duration of the video, except for wherever you've added these layout changes. So that covers the core changes and ways of working with layouts. A couple other neat little things that we've added. If you want to add a really long layout where you don't want to have to drag all the way to the other side of your screen, you can just hold the Command key on Mac or Control key on Windows, and that changes the Add Layout button from just Add Layout to Add Until End. And what this will do is it will fill the available space from wherever your playhead is to where the next layout is, or in some cases the end of your video. It'll fill that with a layout. So hold Command or Control on your keyboard to do that. This is particularly handy as well, not if not only if you have just a long video, but if you're zoomed in. Sometimes you're zoomed in on the timeline while you're working your way through the video, reviewing it and things like that. So you can select this point here, hold Command, and then hit Add Until End, and then you don't need to worry about where exactly you need to end it. It will just fill the available space, whether that's to the end of the video or to the next layout. The other cool thing you can do is that you can hold Shift, and then that will let you seek on the timeline and add a layout if you want to as well. So if I hold Shift, it like moves the playhead to that point, and I can just click and drag immediately from there to add a layout. You can also copy and paste layouts. So if you have a layout that you've added that you want to use at another point in your video, even for the exact same duration, just hit Command C on the selected layout, find the new point and hit Command V, and it will paste the exact same layout, the exact same duration at a different point in your video. That kind of covers all of the changes that we've made to our layouts feature. All of these changes also work with auto layouts. So when you generate auto layouts, you'll see all of your layouts added in this format, and you can update them and change them and adjust them in the exact same ways that I've showed you when you're doing it manually like this.